Hey everyone, TyzerGaming here, and before we get to part 2, I need to make a little bit of an amendment here to this video. This video was recorded like the day after Halo 5 Guardians was announced, so we didn't know much. It was before E3, and I'm recording this amendment here, or whatever you want to call it, on the 16th of June. So obviously E3 has already happened, and in this video, Tyzer and I discuss Halo the Master Chief Collection before we knew anything about it, and we were wrong. We were wrong about a few things about it, like original multiplayer and stuff like that. I believe we discussed that. I don't know if he cut that out or if it was a different take or something, but we discussed that and we were wrong about it. There are probably some other things about Halo 5 Guardians that has come out that we were wrong about too. So yeah, I just wanted to make this little bit of a correction here at the beginning of this video, and let's get to the conversation. This is the last part. Hopefully you all enjoy. See y'all later. All right, let's move on to this other one if we didn't have such a substantial discussion already.
Yeah.
This other concept art here. Now, we discussed this before, but these tentacle-like creatures in the background, right?
Yes.
I equated them to the enemy in the Matrix. I can't remember the enemy in the Matrix, but that robotic sort of, we don't know if these are robotic or organic, but that robotic structure in the Matrix, or enemy in the Matrix that had the tentacles, this is what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But what do you think those are?
Honestly, I haven't got a clue, like, at all. I don't want to think, although one thing that has put a new sort of perspective on things is the fact that I think yesterday you may have been right about that statue. If we just slightly draw it does affect the tentacle things, but if you draw attention to the statue that we've got just behind the red flag near there, that may well be an energy sword. Something somebody pointed out to me. What if it's a statue of an elite with 2 cross energy swords? Because that head you could see to be an elite helmet.
Ah, yes. And a matter of fact, I was watching, or not watching, I read something in an article. It's an article I don't have here. I can't find it again, but
yeah.
They actually thought it was an elite with an energy sword, and I was like, no, I can't be right about this. I'm not that knowledgeable. I can't retain information that well unless I have the source material in front of me, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I want to buy all the books again and stuff like that. But it might very well be. We were confused about that yesterday. We said it might be a light rifle or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah,
it's interesting to think about.
To consider it may be now a Covenant sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, like a colonization. Those sky things, I could see a Covenant design being more like that than a Forerunner design.
Yeah.
It's more, the Covenant are sort of more primitive, and those do look more primitive than your average Forerunner
structure. Well, we've never in the video games visited a Covenant sort of populated area. What if this is like a Covenant populated area? That would be new territory for the game. Yeah, it's very sort of temple-y, and obviously the Covenant being religious, that's the center of it. What if we're taking the fight to the Storm Covenant? Perhaps. That'd be awesome.
Because they are the most devout Covenant there are. I mean, the Karen Travis books sort of alluded to, like, the really, really high, I think it's the I can't remember what it's called. Whenever I did Halo 4 news last year, the year before last, I always got it wrong. Servants of the Abiding Truth. They're like the most zealotous? I don't know if that's a word, but it's created now. Call the dictionary people.
We know what you mean.
They are the most devout Covenant-y people, so this could quite well be something like that, because they had massive temples, according to the books.
Exactly, and from what I can remember, they see no value in humanity, so that's why they split off from the rest of the Covenant, and that it would be interesting to see, because what we discussed yesterday, something about how Master Chief might be doing sort of a rogue number, if you will, right? That nobody knows what he's doing. Nobody in official official capacity would know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if that were true and he was bringing the fight to these Covenant here, and that'd be kind of an interesting point because he wouldn't have as many resources, and he would have to be more cunning and stealthy. Well, not necessarily stealthy. It wouldn't be a Halo game if it was stealthy.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You'd have to think more.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call. We're just going to have to wait, really. Although it's interesting, we've got a humanoid figure at the bottom.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the other thing to look at as well is the location itself. I'm starting to think now that we've got this new perspective, it makes more sense this isn't anywhere we've seen in that trailer we had last year, because of the two sort of sun planetary shaped objects, whereas in the trailer originally there was only one in the sky, which looked remarkably like the Foundry planet on the Ark. So I'm saying this place is different to the trailer location.
Okay, yeah. That would work. I personally don't know. I haven't paid that close attention to the trailer. I might as well go back and watch it when we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't. And then again, or what did you say those were actually? A planetary.
Like just sort of like planetary shaped objects. Really.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I have no idea where this is taking place, but again, it's just a preliminary concept art, so we're not supposed to know.
Exactly.
It's. I don't know. Go ahead.
It's a tough one to call.
Exactly.
But
what else fascinated us about this picture though? Before.
I think we kind of covered it.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Like we went into so much more yesterday, but then again, like we said, we were just giddy with excitement.
Yeah. We've had a bit of time to collect our thoughts. I think there is one other main topic, because obviously we don't want to go on for too long. But one thing that did come out yesterday, we don't want to discuss rumours or leaks that much. So obviously this is purely rumour. There is absolutely no confirmation on this, unlike how some people may have accidentally put it out yesterday. There's absolutely no confirmation on this whatsoever. There is rumour to what could be coming in 2014, and the suggestion from Engadget.com is Halo the Master Chief Collection, a HD remastering, remaking, redoing, rehash of whatever you want to call it, of Halos 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Xbox One.
That'll be... I was kind of disappointed in how a lot of the news outlets... their wording was off, and they said, oh, this has been leaked, and oh, it's been revealed. Well, 343 at this point in time, and the date we're recording this is the 17th of May, they haven't said anything about this yet. So if it turns out to be true, cool, but discussing the idea itself, if it were true, it'll be interesting to see what route they take. Like, is it going to be like Halo CEA, where you can switch back between graphics and what have you, or are they going to include multiplayer? It would be awesome, and I would be willing to do all the stuff on my channel again, just to see everything remastered, you know?
Yeah.
It would be awesome, and if this is true, it should bring Halo fans up to speed again, and it would be fun.
Yes, definitely. I mean, as a huge campaign fan, I've always said that if a Halo game came out that was purely campaign, I would still probably be a mug and pay the full price, like a full game price, even with a campaign the length of Halo 4's, which was arguably short. So for this to have, because I'm also very lazy, to have all these in one convenient package that I can just pick missions out of like that, and to have the fantastic switching that Halo CE Anniversary had, that would make me the happiest person. That would keep me going until Halo 5, easily.
Yeah, and we discussed this yesterday, and I've seen it on your Twitter as well. You posted a tweet about it. But and I've also seen fans in comment sections of the leaked, and I hate using that word, but the leaked, what do you call it, articles, that say that, oh, Halo fans won't buy this if it doesn't have the original multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
Well, think about how much that would be for 343 to manage, or it would be a lot for 343 to manage all the original multiplayers, and then Halo 5 is coming out a year later or so. It would just detract away from Halo 5 too. So if this were true, and again it's not, I don't know how they would handle or tackle the multiplayer aspect at all.
Yeah, especially because 343 are obviously so busy with Halo 5. If, as people are speculating, if this is true, it's once again being done by Saber, who are responsible for CE Anniversary. Saber won't have anything to do with the multiplayer, because obviously last time it was using Reach. Saber are busy remastering this game, so I can't see 343 being able to push that many resources into developing a whole new multiplayer.
From what I've seen of Saber, I don't know if they've necessarily, and same with certain Affinity too. I haven't seen really any original works of games, more so just working on someone else's IP, maybe helping with a map pack or something.
Yeah.
So that would be asking a lot for Saber to do, you know?
Exactly.
And if this were true, and again, what was that article you said you found it on, the original source?
Oh, Engadget.
Yeah, Engadget. I saw it there yesterday. They said it was what is it? Their sources said this, right? So
what's it say? We've learned that.
We've learned.
Yeah, our sources say that the set will zero in on the Halo. Yeah.
So that's just asking a lot for a small studio, and it'd be wishful thinking to think that they would include everything in the original games. And like you, I am a Halo fan through and through. I need to do some reading up on the backstories again, because I can't retain the information that well if I don't have them in front of me.
Yeah.
But I would play Halos just for the campaigns alone.
Yeah.
Now, multiplayer, Halo 2, Halo 3, the MLG days where Halo multiplayer was just spot on. Or have you ever been to LAN parties where people just play LAN?
Yeah.
Halos. Those were fun. So I would love to have those days back. But if Halo were just a campaign again, or just a campaign game, excuse me, not again, because it always had multiplayer.
Yeah.
I would play Halo still.
Absolutely.
Just for the story.
And of course, Xbox One. So that means co-op.
Yeah.
Like online. I mean, why not? Dedicated servers, so why not? I mean, CE Anniversary was all well and good, but the co-op was a bit difficult sometimes because P2P connection was a challenge.
P2P connection is outdated.
Yeah.
So it was good back in the days of, I guess, I would want to say maybe Halo 2 or something, when you were just getting started online in your online endeavors.
Yeah.
But nowadays, things are more fast speed. P2P connections drop out too much. Dedicated servers would be a much more efficient way of providing a quality experience to online goers.
Yeah, and if they really want to push this, which I imagine they will, they would put everything into this. I can see that being Halo. I think, regardless of how small a Halo project is, now that they can easily use their army of cloud servers, I think Microsoft is always, no matter how small the project is, always going to put every sort of bell and whistle they have into every Halo game.
Halo, and I discussed this a little bit in my and matter of fact, we have other topics that we can discuss. It was not part of this video, but I discussed this a little bit in my reveal video, how 343 is going to put everything they have into this. They know they have to do work, and we've discussed this before, that Frank O'Connor said that they know they've made mistakes with Halo 4.
Yeah.
So they're not taking this lightly. Again, if Halo 5 is a disappointment, we'll have to see. We don't know yet, but they're going to put all their chips into one bag, or whatever that saying is, that phrase is, and Microsoft is going to fully back them. Yeah.
It is one of, if not the most important IP for Microsoft, so...
It is the most important Microsoft IP. Gears of War has been a second, you know?
Yeah.
But that really tailed off. People people associate when you hear Xbox, even if you're not an Xbox fan, you think of Master Chief.
Yeah.
Now, you may have had fun with other games and so forth, so on and so forth, but you think of Halo and Master Chief. Bungie did a great job of getting us involved in this world and getting us interested in this world. And no matter what, you see it today. Just with the info, you think Halo's dead, really? Just this information released in the last few days has created a stir. So people want to see Halo succeed, but they just need to have that sort of game out there to rely on. You know, I mean, exactly. The last few iterations. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on, but the last two iterations of Halo Reach and Halo 4, they didn't necessarily live up to standard. You know.
Yeah.
So but Halo is not dead, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think that's a good bombshell to leave it on, really.
Oh, gee, I went off on a tangent. Oh, man.
No, that is a good bombshell, really. That's a good ending to the piece.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Nothing else? Nothing else to end this with?
Nothing else.
Anything else you thought of or anything?
Nothing that I can think of, no.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been fun, as usual, because Halo and excitement. Because Halo. There you go. Alrighty, thanks for watching.
And as always, check out his channel because he does a lot of good stuff.
Yes, and vice versa, definitely. There will be links.
To get back soon, but yeah.
There will be an army of links at the bottom we will be covering. I think the format I'm going to try and go for is news and then discussion. So whenever you're free for those, of course, you'll be involved.
Okay, yeah.
And otherwise, I'm just going to try and... Yeah, because I like to analyse things and be boring. Alrighty. Have a fantastic day, guys, or evening if you're like me and sleep in the future.
See y'all later.
See ya.